Okay, next up, another solo way to control somebody else, especially if they're really aggressive and you need to manage them from hurting you or hurting other people and stay safe while staying up if you don't have the luxury of taking them down. So this is a way that you could manage somebody. It could be an escort, but it's just a way to manage them without having them be able to hit you, especially if it's just one person managing another. For the other one, for the escort, if you have two people on either side, it's very secure. For this one, it's a little bit more of an advantage for you to be able to manage them with just you and one other person. So we're going to start from a crossed swords position. So her right arm and my right arm, our forearms are crossed. And I need to do a couple of things to be able to get to this hold position. So I'm going to come over and face her palm, so it's looking at me. This already gets her attention. Again, this theme of having her wrist under her elbow is key. From there, instead of trying to reach around, I'm going to step behind her, right? So this is her backside. I don't want to step in front because this is where she punches me. So I'm going to go behind her, and I'm going to grab with my inside hand. And now this is a very secure way of controlling somebody. So in Aikido, we call this a Sankyo position. This is really useful because I don't have her immobilized, right? She can actually move her feet. She can actually have some freedom, but it's very hard for her to do damage to me. So if she tries to turn in and punch me, she runs into her own wrist being limited. She's just not going to want to do that because it's not very pleasant if you've got her wrist solidly under her elbow. On the other side, if she tries to elbow me from the back, I turn with her. So she can turn and punch on the inside, and she's limited here. If she goes to the back side, I just turn with it. And we can dance as long as she wants to, and I can stay safe, and if I need to, I can take her where I want to go, right? So I have a lot of control here. She is in a fairly prone position, so the goal is, again, not to hurt her wrist, not to tear her shoulder out of her body, but it's to keep her elbow under her wrist to prevent her from being able to hit me. And if she's trying to elbow me, right, I'm not going to do something to block. I just get out of the way when she swings that in. So you dance a little bit, and you can practice that, right? You can drill that from, again, this cross swords position here. So I call this mitten hands, especially for the kids' classes here. I'm going to take that and face her palm towards me, and then my other hand is going to grab right at the base of her wrist. The key is that I have my grip fingers, which is mostly my pinky and ring finger, around the edge of her hand here. And then my pointer finger and my thumb go right around the base of her hand. So right, if I had bigger fingers, they'd actually touch there. Depends on who you're holding and how big your hands are. But these fingers are here, the gripping fingers are there, and that's all to facilitate getting her elbow above her wrist, right? But we could get there from a variety of different attacks. If she's doing a punch again, I do something to come in, slide past, and get that set up. So that gets a little more sophisticated, but just know that it's possible to do from a variety of different attacks. So this is a Sankyo control of one person dealing with another.